This video is an update on my apple grafting that I did earlier this spring. Here's a graft that hasn't budded yet, but I can tell it's good. It's not dried out. Cox's Orange Pippin. Here's another one, same stage. Gray pearmain. And here's one that's starting to bud. This one's pipsqueak. Chestnut crab. Here's one that might not have made it. I'm not sure yet. It looks a little dried out though. Frostbite. Wixen crab. This Jonathan graft is a little further along. Looking real good. So why graft your apple trees? Stick around. We'll go over the reasons later in this video. Here's one of last year's grafts. This is Wixen crab. There's the graft. And I got fruit. Exciting. Now that I know these grafts have taken, I can put metal tags on them. I'll get rid of these paper tape tags. Put some permanent metal tags like this on. Not all my grafts made it. Had 4 that dried up, didn't take. So here's one that didn't make it. I'll just trim this branch back and maybe we'll try again next year. You can see how the cyan dried up. I was bummed about this one. This was Gold Rush. I was excited about that variety. Now let's take a look at the fruit set on these apple trees and some pear trees. Here's another graft from last year. This one's King David. So up till here, this is Honeycrisp. There's the graft, last year's graft. And super exciting, I've got some King David apples. Looks like 3 or 4. So here's an apple that's set. These did not, they fall right off. I'm gonna start some thinning on this tree. It just has way too many apples on it. Here's that branch we were looking at earlier. I counted 24 apples on it in about a distance of 1.5 feet, 2 feet. That's gonna be way too much weight on this branch. Might break it. And also we'll thin the apples to get larger apples. So I'm gonna start with these small ones. I got 3 there. 3 apples. Got 3 underneath. Take out this smaller one. 2 here, I'll leave them. Five apples there. Trim it to 2. This one didn't set. Oh, yeah, I did. All right, let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's a good start. We'll trim it out later. I don't want to trim everything out in case I get a hailstorm or insect damage, something like that. So I'm going to go around to each branch and thin it like I did the last. Now we'll trim this Wixen crab branch. A lot more fruit on this. This sweet 16 tree did not flower very much. There's a few. Here's a few more. Asian pear had a good fruit set. And here's the European pear. This is Anjou. Did some grafting here, and they all took. This Bartlett. Luscious. So why graft your trees? Here are 3 reasons. Number 1, it's fun, it's easy, this is not rocket science. Anyone can do it. Number 2 is pollination. Apples and pears need different varieties nearby to pollinate successfully. When you graft a different variety into a tree, pollination is virtually guaranteed. And number 3 is space. If you only have 3 or 4 apple trees in your backyard, why not graft them and create a whole orchard? You could have 50, maybe 100 different apple varieties. That's what I'm talking about. Thanks for hanging out at the Windmill Garden. Like and subscribe. We'll do it again.